Hi guys, and welcome back to another video of Diecast Cars by J.R. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I've got an Army Jeep here in the front, which really doesn't have a whole lot to do with today's video, but it's the only one I have, and it's a reminder of yesteryear for me and probably several others of you out there. Beetle Bailey was a really popular cartoon in the comic strip. A bunch of characters featured Beetle Bailey, which is the one driving there, and Sarge, and his dog, I believe, named Otto, which is sitting in the back. This strip has been in the comics in newspapers for as long as I can remember. Really an interesting comic strip. It graduated along for a lot of years, and I imagine it's probably still in there. I haven't looked at a newspaper myself in probably a year now. Like many others of us out there, I've kind of phased that out with a whole lot of other things going on in my life. So, like this YouTube business. Anyhow, I just wanted to tell you about this little Army Jeep and the Beetle Bailey characters. Like I say, it doesn't have a lot to do with it, other than I'm featuring a lot of German cars, and those of you that know a little bit about history know that the Americans were involved in World War II with the Germans and the Japanese. But that's about as far as I'm going to elaborate with that. Those of you that know history know all about it too well. All right, I'm going to get right into this and give you as much information as I can, and hopefully it'll make some sense to you guys. All right, first up we have a black and white Mercedes-Benz with a little bit of a stripe package there, which makes that car interesting, is that it is a two-part car. What I mean by that, it's die-cast on the top and plastic on the bottom. It's come to us from Matchbox, which has a flair for the unusual. If you saw my last video, they actually put tow hitches on Porsches. Yeah, I know, it's a little weird, but you know, Matchbox guys. But if you look close, you can see that it has a seam running straight down the middle of this car, and plastic all the way around the bottom up top. I imagine it was an experimental phase for Matchbox. Like everybody else, it's, you know, can we save a buck doing that? Anyway, anyway, there it is. From 1990, Matchbox 500 SL. Up next, dark red is a 380 SL Mercedes. Comes from Hot Wheels around 1991. Got a pretty decent set of wheels on it, so it is a four-door version. Nice paint on that one. Up next we have, in silver, the Mercedes race car version there. That is a CLK LM from Hot Wheels. Approximately 1999. Has a spoiler on the back. Pretty cool looking car. Paint's a little edgy on that one, guys. Up next, in dark red, that is a two-door 500 SL model from Masto. Kind of cool. Didn't put too much detail into that. Next, in silver, silver gray kind of. That is a 500 SL, and that comes from a company that I don't have a lot of cars by. It's called Nova Car, like Chevrolet Nova, but it just says Nova Car on the bottom of it. Doesn't really give a year, uh, but it has a similar design to the one that, oh, I guess about 1991 or so, somewhere in there. They didn't change their body style a whole lot with these cars, other than, you know, it's obviously a convertible. And I guess they figured, you know, if you got a winner, why change it, right? Um, Up next in red, this is also from an unusual company, and I don't know how many of these I have by this, but the company's called Welly. It's Welly. Uh, it looks like to me that they make very inexpensive little cars. It doesn't say anything other than it is from Welly and it is a Mercedes-Benz. From Welly. Not a whole bunch of detail there. Okay, up next I'm going to have a whole bunch of Volkswagen Bugs. This one has 1983 stamped on the bottom of it. And it features an '09 on there. Those of you guys from eBay and so forth, you may recognize this one. Has the split windows in the back, motor hanging out. It has definitely been played with. The sunroof and orange interior. By the way, guys, those of you who see my channel, have subscribed and so forth, if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate if you would consider doing so. I've got an awful lot of cars coming up. A lot of these cars will be going by way of eBay. Up next in copper, a little larger scale car. This one is by Masto, and it simply says on the bottom, off-road. Features this sunroof, copper, black stripes, big exhaust pipe hanging up out of the back. Really kind of cool looking. Okay. Up next, a black and white combo. Black and white combo. It's from Hot Wheels. It came out around 1988. But I used to own a Volkswagen. In fact, probably one of my first legally tagged cars was a convertible that my brother and I worked on for quite a while. It needed a lot of stuff, including a new top and a paint job and an engine and everything else. And we went wild on that little car. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. The reason why I think this is probably a whole lot earlier, 1988, is because of the small window in the back. And those of you that are Volkswagen fans, aficionados, you notice this really small window and the small lights in general. I'd say it's probably maybe in the 60s. I remember them having really small lights. Okay, up next is purple with a, looks like flower child arrangement on the side. This one also says it is from 1988, somewhere thereabouts. It has a it also has a small window, smaller window I should say, small tail lights and so forth, skinny little bumpers, which tells me it's somewhere more likely in the 60s, maybe early 70s. Okay, up next in blue. Got a little white pinstripe, comes from Masto. It says it's a VW 1300 series. Does feature the larger back window, chrome bumpers, and the larger tail lights. So it, whoops, man, that was kind of a disaster. Sorry about that, guys. Getting all thumbs here. Anyway, there she is. Got the bigger tail lights, bigger window. Okay. The VW 1300 series. Alright. Up next in copper. That one has a white pinstripe also from Masto and says it is also VW 1300 series. Yeah, it's pretty much identical to the last car. And VW 1300 series. Up next in yellow. I kind of giggled at this one a little bit. It was kind of funny to me. It's a VW, and on the bottom of it, it says newer Beetle. Well, it's obviously a newer Beetle. I know, it means just me. That cracks me up. They don't put, years or anything specific. This is from a company called Real Toy. Don't have a lot of those Real Toy models either, but this one is well done. Headlights and parking lights, everything is painted in. Tail lights, decent wheels. A nice looking interior, the whole thing. Real Toy did a real nice job. Even the little VW insignia on the back is painted in. Pretty cool car. I favored the older Bugs over the new ones, but I'm sure the newer ones hold their own really well. Okay, up next in red, a VW Golf convertible. I believe it's a GTI convertible from Masto. And it is pretty decent. It has the painted in headlights and, decent little wheels and all. Look like factory wheels, what they would have looked like. Got a few little bumps and so forth on it. But decent little car. Up next in yellow. This one, fair warning, is fairly rough. Very much played with. It is a Volkswagen Golf GTI version. It has GTI lettering on there and yellow stripe package. Well, like I say, this one is obviously well played with. But I wanted to show you what they look like if you don't happen to know. Alright, last but not least, this is one of the no-name diecast. It is extremely small, as you can see. Features a small window, small lights, and very well played with once again. It is not claimed by anyone. It just looks like a little stamped out little car and missing a whole bunch of paint. You guys have any idea where these cars originated? You see it's a solid axle. There you go. Alright, that is the last one for today. So I'm going to wrap this up here real quick. I'm running right into the 15-minute zone again. Those of you new to the channel, This is my Gmail address right here. If you're interested in anything you see today or in any of my videos for that matter, you contact my Gmail address, leave a comment, suggestion. You know, I'm always glad to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed to Diecast Cars by J.R, I'd appreciate it if you would consider doing so. And those of you that have viewed and all of you out there that put up with me and all my shenanigans, I appreciate that, guys. I'll see you in my next video, and you have a good day now, and please stay safe out there. Wear that mask. I know it's a pain, but, you know, hey, it keeps you from getting the corona. Have at it. All right, boys and girls. See you in the next video.